All right, this review, this one's going out to you, Michael Johnson. First time I did it, wasn't the best. This time we're going to fix it, okay?
Ray guns Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, so, Michael had written on one of my original Lumibricks review for the Sequoia Bandit trading poster or Bandit Camp, and I'll put the link for it right there. So if you want to see the original, it's there. Now, the video was very dark, and what he wrote was, I was hoping to get a lot out of this video, as the set theme interests me, but the entire video is so dark it's virtually impossible to see anything that's being reviewed. Much better lighting would have made this much better view, but I appreciate the effort. Hey, listen, I appreciate that you're reaching out to me to let me know. It was an older video. There was lots of things changing in here, but this is a fairly dark set on a white background as it is. So I figured, you know what? We don't need to review the box or the instruction booklets. All those for Lumibricks are top notch. Let's look at the set. Now, this video is for you, Michael. So I want you to say that if you do want to get this set, I'll put the affiliate link down below for Lumibricks. I'll probably even put the affiliate link for the Amazon there. Get it from the shop. It helps out. I'm taking the time out to do this because I really want you to know the good and the bad of this set. I think it's a really cool one. So I lightened up my gains a little bit, and we're going to look at this set. Now, this thing is actually fairly large for a set. It's tall, but it's also large, and there's a lot of asymmetry about it. Now, this thing is bigger than a Mills plate or a base plate. So normally you have 32 by 32. It does overlap that. So if you're trying to city plan with something that's Western style, this is going to take up a lot of that space, and that's just kind of the nature of this thing. All in all, this thing is beautiful. It has some pretty decent play feature stuff, and there's a few things that are just like, I'm not quite so sure about it. So let's kind of get into the overall look of this. So this whole set is pretty much a fairly face-forward sort of set, where a lot of the key features are going to be facing outward. You can access things from the back, which is nice. You can see things from the side, which is nice, but this set really needs to be facing forward. It's not a modular in that every aspect of every side is perfect. And that's just kind of the nature of a lot of our Lumibricks sets. They are key featured in either one or isometric, which is a 3/4 sort of view, where you can get a lot on this side, a lot on this side, or a lot on this side, and a lot on this side, and then there's not as much on the other areas. And that's, that's a building technique, but that's also a building technique in that, hey, we're wanting you to focus on this particular side more than the other. There's reasoning for that. Like, that's just the way that is. So, with that being said, there's a lot of detail in this, a lot of really good printed bricks. Now, there are no stickers in this whatsoever. Everything itself is absolutely printed. So you don't have to worry about applying anything. They're done. Now, you do have down here, if you remove this skeleton, you can actually pull this block out right here. And you do have this sort of nice interior that is turned by a log here that will allow you to turn and see different treasures, spikes, things in there. There is a hole that allows you to look down there as well. So it's kind of like a fall hole into the pit. Now that is just covered by this sort of block here. That locks it to place. Now you do have some nice key things like this keep out sign here. You've got this really awesome campfire. And again, all the bricks are printed. There's nothing that is sticker wise. You do have some nice callbacks to other things like this gold bank right here. This is a gold rock bank. This is a heist poster, and this ties directly back to the Lumibricks bank set, the Old West bank set. That's not only the design of the bank, but that's also the time of the heist, because the play feature of the bank is that it's a heist bank. There's also another key feature in that this guy right here, this bandit that you get with this set, is a callback to the Funhole set, which is Funhole now Lumibricks, which is a sheriff station. This is one of the kids that is on the wanted poster in the sheriff station. So there are some really cool callbacks. As far as storytelling with the Old West series, they are top notch with this, including, I believe, with the Treasury Stagecoach. There's like a little map or route that might even show the Sequoia Bandit hideout and where to stay away from. So there's some nice, interesting storytelling pieces with this, which I absolutely adore. Now, am I able to get all the Old West stuff? Absolutely not. I wish I was. I wish I could, but I just can't afford all of it. But there are some incredible pieces in there, and the pieces I have are all incredible as they are. I know that there's a couple of new sets that are coming out that I'm actually trying to get. The Fur Trading Post and the Ranch Duel, both of which are smaller, kind of not these. This would be like a beta. It's like a gamma set, so gamma delta. All right, now with that, we do have details of our bounty hunter. We got our bandit here. We've got actually a box here. Let's see if I can pop that off. That has dynamite in it, and it does open up. And what they've used is they've used this little kind of pin to pin. I call them lipstick pins. But it's a pin-to-pin piece that they use as a stick of dynamite. Pop that back in there. Now, it's kind of interesting because we've had dynamite sticks, I think, before with Lumibricks, but we're using this one instead. It does feel a little bit stronger than previous ones that had that little nib on it that tend to break off. You do have these Sequoia pieces. Now, both of these are rather loose. They're kind of added to give it structure, to make it feel like there's more. Honestly, I feel like these are supposed to be like really far away, and then that, you've got these here. I feel like this set would work really well if we had another Sequoia camp set that could go with it, that would help the foliage and add more trees to it, because as of right now, just on its own, it feels a little anemic. Now, we do have this sort of, here, kind of get it up there, we do have this sort of banister piece up here. Now, one of the key things I didn't like is I didn't like the fact that we had this wire here. I understand the nature of getting the wire through, but I felt like this wire probably should have been in black or brown in order to hide itself a little bit better. One of the problems that I originally had was this part right here for the ladder and the understructure here has a bit of a weak connection, and I found that this piece would break off quite often. So I've got it all kind of placed. I moved it a little bit in the initial build, so it does hold a little bit. You can move it over, I think, a space for its studding. Instead of bringing it underneath, just bring it out to the edge, and I think that'll work so much better for that part of the build. Now, with this, you can actually remove the Sequoia. It pops out like this. And of course, we do have that little plate piece that is a connection to connection that allows this to light up and this to light up. But if you need to store this away, you can pop these trees off, store it away, and do what you need to. And that just slides and connects back in here. We do have a lot of studs on this that are open, and that's okay because the studs really act as like texture for grass. Really, really, really cool stuff. One of the last key features is this kind of cave in here. I'll put some more light on there where you have all sorts of things. You've got a map in there, you've got a bottle, you've got cards. Again, all printed bricks. Now, this, we're supposed to have a knife that goes there. I put it in the my guy's hands because we have cats around here, and I don't want them destroying what we got. Now, key thing is that Lumibricks, which I love. Oh, one more thing I forgot. you can access the back over here. But you can hardly see it, so let's talk about the key feature of Lumibricks, and then I'll show you that. So the key feature of Lumibricks and Funhole in general is they started off as a Lego lighting company. They have a battery pack, or you can do USB, but they have light kits. Now, that's hard to see, so let's bring the lights down, shall we? Okay, so with that, we do have, of course, this beautiful campfire here that's got pulsating light. I find that whenever they do 2 pulsating lights, it works out really, really well. It's a very nice sort of look. We do have this candle up here in the top that lights him, as well as a spotlight that shines down here, and you can spot our bounty hunter as she lights up as well. They're really hard to see in this room. And then, of course, we got lighting on the inside of the actual sequoia stump that they've carved out, that they've made a little camp out of. Sardine cans, cards, including a map that has all of the Old West sets sort of like mentioned on there of where things are going to go. It is a pretty cool set. If you go down here and you go back to removing this portion, you can kind of see that there are lights on the inside, but it's better seen, if we put that back, it's better seen from the back, which you can roll these 2 pieces out of the way, and then, yeah, you've got all of this in here. Now, one key thing to keep in mind, there's no way to put a figure in there. It is short. It is probably... minifigure wise, it comes up to about torso, like neck area, but you wouldn't be able to fit a minifig in there. That's just kind of the nature of this thing. But you can, if I can reach it here, you can turn that around so you can see the spikes that way, or turn it with the treasure that way. And they've got this kind of like ghostly green light with all this beautiful sort of texture as far as, like, you know, all the gold and the jewels and things like that. It is extremely cool. And then you've got, of course, your battery pack tucked in on the side. Now, listen, that's all I gotta say about this one. We've already reviewed it, like I said. I know at the top of the video I had the review like posted there, but Michael, this is for you. So if you're deciding that you want to get this, because I do believe, even with the small little quirks that are a little odd, this is still a really cool set, and I believe it is on sale. So with that being said, I'll put my affiliate link down below. Both Lumibricks and the Amazon shop, they get their money one way or the other, so I appreciate both. But definitely, I hope this helps out with a little bit nice bright light on it, so you can actually see a lot of the play features and things going on with it, and I hope this helps you out. And keep in mind, you want another review, or there's something you're like, hey, can you go back and re-review this because I can't see it? Just let me know in the comments, and I'll get to it as fast as I can and get what I can out there for you to help you in your decision making, okay? Hey, I thank you all for your time. Listen, I thank you all for your time. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. If you haven't subscribed and you're commenting, come on, subscribe, man. I want this stuff to reach you, so that way we can become better budgeted brick builders that we all want to be, and that we can share our toy love, etc., right? Hey, thank you all so much. Share this out with your friends. Comment, like, all that stuff. It really helps out. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build. Happy brick hunting.